Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are in with a new chapter, chapter 7, page 46, Social Science 2, Geography, Human Settlements. The word human means we human beings. Settlements means place where human beings live. Dwellings, houses, hutments, hamlet, village, town, city, district, so on and so forth. And obviously last least is India. Chapter 7, Human Settlement, will tell you how India is distributed with various diversity, with various favorable and unfavorable conditions for human settlements to develop in any particular area. It is but obvious if the land is arid, if the land is dry, if there is no rainfall, it's common understanding that people will not live there. On the other hand, if there is no rainfall, but there is ice all around the year, where there is no sunlight also, again there will be scarcity of human life out there, along with the flora and fauna. Today, chapter 7, Human Settlement, is the explanation of India and Brazil, how the settlements are there in both the countries. India is a very vast country with a very large population. We are running about 130 crore plus population, where Brazil is running 19 plus crore population. So let's begin off with this lesson. You got to identify such type of pictures given out here, figure 7.1a, 7.1b. These are all large scale maps taken from an aerial view. Aerial view means from the top, from the sky, where you cannot see people also. You can just see a few huts. Obviously that's also invisible like type. It's all a group, it's all a hamlet, it's all a countryside. It may be a city area also. Both are having a good identification by itself. Nucleated means all together in one particular place, assembled in one particular place, where the density is on a very large scale basis. Like you have the state of Maharashtra, which is rather vast. The density compared to Delhi will be much less. Delhi is a small state, union territory, and it's much more nucleated, much more concentrated, much more centralized by common people. Obviously the houses out there are just neck to neck each other. Today we study Mumbai by itself. Today in Mumbai we don't have place to develop ourselves, dwell ourselves, make settlements horizontally. But sky is the limit, and we can have ample amount of skyscrapers coming up in Bombay, in Mumbai. That is why we are reaching the sky rather than spreading ourselves on the horizontal basis. One can be nucleated settlement, one can be dispersed settlement. Obviously you will find nucleated settlement where there is everything available: food, clothing, shelter, along with transportation, communication, air, population, pollution, all these things, employment, everything is available, so you will not have any problem in that way. But settlements which are dispersed will be settlements where people live there, but they go for their odd and even jobs and odd and even employments to other cities. Same way here it is said, which is nucleated, which is dispersed. Obviously you can see it and check it out and write down the answer yourself. Next is your geographical explanation regarding India. In India we can see a variety of settlement patterns given in the variety of climatic factors, availability of water, slope of the land and level of development. I told you earlier that we people will live where conditions are favorable for human being to survive, where you can get food, clothing, shelter, fresh air, employment, development, settlements, everything at hand, so that we people do not have to suffer, or we people do not have to beat about the bush, or we people do not have to make things prolonged in a manner, for we have to yet learn a lot from the common man. Nucleated settlement, concentrated settlements, people live in such area on a large scale basis, are found throughout the plateau region of Narmada Valley. Paddy lands in Bihar, paddy means rice. In Bihar, obviously, ample amount of rice is grown in Bihar. Uttar Pradesh, the Vindhyan Plateau, Aravalli and Vindhya Plateau region, and several other cultivated parts of India. You have the northern plains of India also, where the land is much more green, much more level, much more available with water facility. Fresh water is available out there, and you have ample amount of cultivation done on a very large scale basis. On the other hand, dispersed settlements especially are found in where tribal people move about, nomads everywhere, are found in tribal paths covering central part of India, eastern and southern Rajasthan. Obviously, I told you, people will not live in places where you will not get your favorable conditions available. It is but common that no one will live in a place where you do not get everything to feed yourself, fulfill yourself, grow yourself, develop yourself, settle yourself, employment, employee, business, transportation, communication, trade, education, environment, technology. All these things are very important for human settlements. Himalayan slopes and land dissected and uneven topography. Topography, different types of landform. Obviously, hilly regions, mountainous regions, plains, plateau, cliff area, ravines, valleys, mountainous terrains, terrace farming, so on and so forth. All these things are there where human beings have to travel forth and back for their own development. Page number 46, there is a table given out there. Now, according to where you live, you have to put your tick mark in that. Some amenities and facilities are given here. Put tick mark in the relevant columns and complete the table on the basis of their presence in urban and rural area. Urban area means city area, rural area means your village area, your hamlet area, your countryside. And write 5 sentences on each and with example for your vicinity, for your own references. Amenities are your petrol pump, theatre, weekly market, primary health centers, post, police outpost, art gallery, Gram Panchayat, agriculture, produce market committee, primary school, senior school, colleges, shops, multi-speciality hospitals, metro station, bus station and university. So you can check it out. Petrol pump available in both areas, villages and city. You can just put a tick mark out there so that yes, it is available in both the places, cities as well as in villages. Theatre, you will not find theatres in villages, you will find it in cities. Weekly market, you will find it mostly in villages, rarely in cities. Primary health centers, again in villages. Police outpost, again in your villages. Art gallery in cities. Gram Panchayat in village. Agriculture produce market committee in the city itself. Primary school you will find in both cities as well as villages. Senior school you will not find in villages, but you will find in the city area. Colleges you will find in the city area. Shops you will find both in cities as well as in Your villages, multi-speciality hospital you will find in city areas, metro you will find in city area, bus station you will find in village as well as in city areas, and finally you have your university which you will find in your city areas. So regarding this, one page I have done up today. Remember, I have already given you good assignment in my every lecture. We have to complete 11 maps of Brazil and 11 maps of India. Apart from that, you have to do various graphs which has been already given to you in your previous chapter, chapter 6. You have to draw up all the graphs on a graph paper in that way, and I'll be giving you some more working out here. On page number 48, 49, there are more graphs also regarding that. So you will be writing it out in such a manner. Well, if you have any doubts regarding that one page of yours, page 46, you can give me a call, you can chat with me, you can call me. I am available 24/7, all 365 days. You can yet refer to YouTube where Phonics Educare will explain to you word to word also, not that no. And yet you have doubts, you're most welcome to call me anytime round the clock. Thank you. Jazakallah.